Hey everyone, welcome to today's webinar. I'm going to give everyone a second to log in here and then we're going to get started. All right. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you're joining us from today. Welcome, welcome to today's webinar co-hosted by the New York Oracle User Group and Oracle partner Viscosity North America. We've got an awesome presenter for you today. I might be biased because he's my amazing colleague, but we've got a live webinar, so feel free to submit questions in the Q&A field and Marco will get back to you as he can. So today's presenter is Marco Pereira. And again, like I said, he's one of my colleagues, so he works for Viscosity as well. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Viscosity if you haven't heard about us before. But before I do so, I'm going to hand it over to Coleman to tell us a little bit about the New York Oracle User Group.
Thank you, Monica. So the New York Oracle User Group was formed in 1984. Yes, you can see that's 4 decades for the exchange of ideas, assistance, and support among users of Oracle software products. And reach out to us on Facebook, LinkedIn, X, formerly Twitter, and of course our website, NYOUG.org. And if you look at the last URL in that screen, you can see all the past webinars coming up that we've had and the ones coming up as well. And there'll be another one before the end of the year on December 17th. So stay tuned for the email blast that you'll see to register for it. Thank you, Monica.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Coleman. And like you said, my name is Monica. I'm the marketing director here at Viscosity. We are a full Oracle stack consulting firm with core expertise in Oracle database. That includes RAC, Oracle Apex, like today's presentation. We do perform near zero downtime migrations for our customers, tons of performance tuning and high availability projects. And we also have decades of experience with infrastructure, including engineered systems. And we've been preparing or migrating our customers to Oracle Database 23 AI. We also host monthly workshops through orapub.com. On this slide, you'll kind of see our three main pillars: data, apps, and cloud or infrastructure. And across the bottom, you'll see different things we offer across all three pillars. If anything here speaks to any pain points you're having or any projects you have coming up where you would like to have a third-party opinion, trusted advisors, or anything like that, road mapping, we're happy to help you. We're happy to at least chat with you and see what you're thinking. And if you need more ideas, we're here for you. On this slide, I'm just showcasing a couple books we have. Our team of consultants and executive management have, I think, like 30 plus books under them now. Hopefully some of them you guys have, but if not, they're also available online. And right here, these are some of my colleagues. These are more on the database side, I think, than Apex or development. But hopefully you've seen some of these folks at a conference near you. They are out speaking at Oracle User Group, tech days, training days, national conferences, and even global conferences, primarily in the Oracle space. But they're great folks to follow, read their blogs, their books, or see them in person. Because we are so involved in the Oracle ACE program, we are a company that kind of includes knowledge sharing and free training and educational type events as one of the foundations of our company. So we are always out there trying to get in front of folks with lunch and learns and training days, tech days, things like this with NYOUG. We are very huge supporters of the Oracle User Group space. So if there's anything out there you think we're missing, let us know as far as topics or types of events. We would love to add to the mix. All right, on this slide, just a couple more types of services we offer in a different format. I do like to point out Oracle License Management here. That may not be in your wheelhouse, but it is something I always recommend clients and users to go to partners for, just because Oracle license management and just purchasing anything from Oracle can get tricky. So it is nice to have a partner that does it so regularly. We understand how to work the system, how to get you great pricing, make sure you're in compliance, and then also follow up with you and make sure you're using what you've purchased, taking advantage of your investments. All right. And finally, orapub.com. This is where we store all of our webinar recordings, slide decks, any links, any types of things shared during our webinars, they go here. We also have live training through Orapub, lots of stuff, lots of free resources there. You can just log in, create a free membership, and have access to so much stuff. There are paid tiers, and you get just a little more from there. You get discounts on some of the live training if you are a paid member. But otherwise, as a free member, it's a great place to poke around and see a bunch of free resources as far as upgrading your skill set. Alrighty, and with that, events.viscosityna.com is where you can go to see what webinars or in-person events we're going to be at next and sign up from there. And of course, as Coleman said, you can go to NYOUG.org as well to see our joint webinars and any other webinars that NYOUG has. And with that, I think I'm going to turn it back over to Coleman, who's going to introduce Marco to us.
Thank you, Monica. So, Marco is a seasoned software architect at Viscosity North America, recognized for his expertise in Oracle, SQL, Java, HTML, and JavaScript. With over 8 years of Viscosity, Marco has demonstrated exceptional technical leadership, advancing from a consulting architect in Guatemala to his current role in Houston, Texas. His strategic insight is reinforced by an MBA from Universidad San Pablo de Guatemala and a Master of Science in Artificial Intelligence from Universidad de La Rioja. Marco has made significant contributions to the Oracle community, particularly through his work as a university professor and speaker. He has taught courses on integrated cloud solutions, advanced programming, and expert systems in AI, mentoring the next generation of tech professionals. His dedication to education extends to speaking engagements, such as his 3 sessions at Kscope this year, Revolutionizing Oracle Apex UI UX, Enhancing Accounts Payable with Apex, and finally, Revolutionizing Recruitment with AI and OCR. Marco, we're pleased to have you present your webinar to us today. And for Monica, I want to thank you for co-hosting these series of webinars with us. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you all. It's quite a long presentation. I appreciate it. Let me go ahead and grab my screen. Make sure I have the chat available for questions. I would love guys to participate. I'm going to try to keep it a little bit interactive. I want to see, I'm going to grab some names here and probably try to find you on LinkedIn so we can do some exercise on the recruitment and the hiring process, like simulate something real for you so you can all take a look at what we've done with this technology. And of course, just a little bit, I'm not gonna go with a lot of the slides. I want to go straight to demo, but I just got to talk a little bit about the technologies that I'm using on this demo. So we're going to talk about the recruitment challenges. That's the example that we did is we had a client who needs recruiting. They handle 1,200 schools. So you can guess that they are hiring all the time, teachers, bus drivers, people in maintenance, people with a different set of skills. So managing all that is quite extensive, and just reading through all the resumes, it's quite extensive. So the challenge here on recruitment is to automate some sort of some part of the work that the recruiter has to do And of course, you improving yourself to get a position, just improve the skills that you have, and just to make something standardized so we can accelerate the recruitment process. So in order to do that and starting to automate stuff, we had to integrate AI and OCR with Oracle Apex. And I'm just going to show you a little bit about that. We're going to show you how we're automating the hiring process. We're going to use some AI for candidate profiling and matching, OCR for resume processing, and we're going to integrate with Oracle Apex, and hopefully that's going to be it with some questions, right? So I was telling you about the inefficiencies in traditional recruitment. There's human biases in hiring decisions that we can remove. It's time consuming, and we need a more effective candidate matching. So if those, I'm not going to talk about what AI is. We've heard it over and over. I'm just going to go straight to OCR, which is optical character recognition. This is a tool that we use to recognize the characters, as it says. So you can take a picture on a document that it's even handwritten, and this tool will recognize the text and will transform it into digital. So that way it can be processed with the AI. So that's exactly what we did. We used several types of OCR technologies, and it was pretty tricky at first because originally there weren't, a few years ago, we started this like 4 years ago, and there weren't any good OCRs available yet, and cameras weren't that good yet, and on your phone, and the applications were kind of tricky. So we used the Amazon OCR, we used the Google's OCR, we used some stuff that is it's called Verify, which is just for invoices. And the fun thing about that one is that it uses machine learning. So the more documents you feed, the more information you're going to be able to extract out of that. And we decided that we had to create our own, and we had to come up with whatever is best. And what we did is we came up with Viscosity AI, which I'm going to talk to you about later on. So with AI, we're automating the candidate profiling and matching. I'm going to show you an example on that. Streamlining the resume processing with OCR, benefits and automation and recruitment. This is just, I'm going to explain how we're using the profiles, the techniques that we use to match the candidates, and the case study, of course, is the one that you want to see. So I already told you how OCR kind of works, and we're going to do a real-time example. And we did it in an Apex app. So you're going to be able to see in an Apex app how AI and OCR are integrated. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the architecture and what we did. So let me jump, before I talk about technical stuff, I'm going to show you a demo and step by step how we have the AI in action and the OCR. So let me jump into the app. This is the Apex app. This is the side of a recruiter, of an applicant. So we have 3 apps. One is human resources. Another one is the recruiter, and then this one is the applicant. So what you can do here is you have your profile. Here you can checklist what you have to do in order to complete your profile, so you can have a good profile. And it's standardized, so everyone who signs up into this app will be able to apply to the hundreds of positions or thousands of positions that they have available within their area. This is the email, contact information, and here you can add some skills. You can fill out an about me, which it's essentially like a summary of what you can do. Work history, you can add work history, education, certifications, references, and documents. It will have everything that you would add in your resume. So instead of, I did an example last time with Keith Collins. So I'm just gonna grab, if someone wants to participate, you can tell me in the chat if you want me to bring up your resume. Otherwise, I'm just gonna grab a name here. It's gonna be a name that is not, I say Marco else. Yahoo, Finland. If you tell me if this is not you, but if this is you, I'm just gonna go to your profile and I'm gonna get your resume. I'm sorry for grabbing you as an example, but I I can use the data here. But it's not very, it doesn't have a lot. If he probably doesn't have it very updated, but we can probably work with this one. We're gonna find another one soon. So I'm gonna choose the profile of Marco. I'm gonna upload it. So this is just a preview to see if you have the right document. You click on process. So now it's going to Viscosity AI, processing the resume, and it's gonna come back with all the details that it can find in your resume. So what's happening here is that we are doing the OCR to recognize the characters into the document. We get all the characters, all the text, and then we run it through an AI to catalog it. So the AI will tell me this is a resume, or this is an invoice, or this is a contract, and whatever the document is, it comes back and it tells us what it is. Then we'll specialize it into a specialized OCR tool, like I told you from the beginning, that we're using several OCR technologies and some are specific. So if we have an AI that is specific to a resume, for example, we're going to process it to the one that is the best. So it's going to the OCR again to extract, but it'll know that it is a resume. So it's going to come back with the resume stuff in a better structure, and then we will process it through another AI, which is an LLM that will write all this stuff for us. I can see Marco said, cool. So that's you, definitely then. So it got your name and last name from the document. You saw it's a downloaded document from the internet. It doesn't even have to be digitalized. It can be a picture. It can be whatever you want. It can be handwritten, even. It'll recognize it. And he lives in Helsinki. It says the state is US, country is Finland. So I want to update, and I'll see the work history, and I can see that it extracted that he is currently a consultant and a partner for, I'm not gonna read the name of the companies, they're kind of hard to read, sorry. Miracle, and the other one I'm not gonna try. And he was a senior principal consultant at Oracle. Look at that. And he has a start dates and end dates. If it doesn't have an end date, it means that he's currently working on it or at it. And of course, once you process this, if you see that something is wrong, it's probably because you haven't updated your LinkedIn in a while. So that usually happens. But that's since you're going to be the one who's uploading this information, you're the one who has control over it. So you can go ahead and update your resume and reprocess it as many times as you can, or you can modify the stuff here. And it has a description. I don't know if it grabbed it from the actual resume or if it's writing. He's saying it's correct. So awesome. I don't know if it's grabbing it from the resume or if it's generating, but it can do both. It'll write that product position description of what is done. So it can write a pretty good summary now. Education, he has a computer science in Master of Science in computer science. Yeah, same as me. Nice. Certifications, it got that he has OCI 2024. That's pretty recent. Congratulations. That's amazing. I'm speaking about OCI on next case scope, so probably you're going to want to see that. Generative AI certified professional. That's awesome. He's also an Oracle Apex Cloud developer or certified professional, and he has OCI infrastructure 2023. That's amazing. It also found the skills of data warehousing, database design, software development. These skills are not necessarily in the document. These are going to be recognized from context that using the AI. Once we have extracted all the text, it's going to show you or create the skills that it thinks it has. Like, so we can upload this profile, update it, and you will see that it now has generated the education. It has here all the work history. You can add more if you want it, or update it here. You can edit something or remove it, or fix it a little bit, whatever you want to do. You can. Education, if you're missing something in here, you can add it. Certifications, of course, you can do that. References and documents, you can add some stuff that is going to help the AI get your best profile. You will see on the left side the skills. It added data warehousing, database design, software development, and now let's write a bio, right? So with all this information, and we're going to use AI. This is just a simple LLM. So it's Viscosity AI, but it finds the best LLM to write a resume. So we are connected to all the commercial LLMs, and we're even playing with our own, which is based on Llama. So if you see here, we have a cool AI assistant that you can throw prompts at it. But I feel that we have given it enough. So I'm just going to click on generate, and it's going to start creating an about me, and it's going to add the skills, and it's going to talk like if it is you. Like, I have extensive experience in designing and implementing data warehouses. My proficiency in this area ensures that I can handle large volumes of data, ensuring its availability for business and business intelligence and reporting purposes. Certifications, it talks a little bit about the certification. It doesn't only mention it. It goes and talks about Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Certified. Architect Associate certification validates my skills, designing, planning. And it even sounds like him. He's saying on the chat, this is amazing because it's sounding like you, but you can choose to use this. So it's now here. Now we can save it, but it doesn't only stop there. You can set the tone. You can go here and help me write this, and we have some prompts here that you want to simplify, you want to make it more detailed, we can make it more detailed, and it's going to add even more information. It's going to grab more from the context, and as you can see, it's he has over 20 years of experience in the IT industry. And how does it know? Not because of the work history and the education. So it knows that's if that's true, that's up to you, Marco. But it's extending it now. So where it's talking about ETL tools, creating data models, here it's going to add some examples, includes relational and non-relational databases, normalization, database optimization techniques. It talks about methodologies, DevOps practices, programming languages, certification. It expanded a little bit more into the cloud security and all that good stuff. He says over 30 years. Nice. Okay, so he has over 30 years of experience. Of course, he can edit that. And yes, I like this. We can use it, or we can make it sound friendly or inspirational even. So if we make it friendly, it's gonna do like hello and start using a bunch of friendly text. I have honed my ability to design and implement robust database systems, and it talks about him a little bit more, like talking about himself in a friendly way. Like, over the years, I've held various roles, and it makes it more friendly. You can make it inspirational, and it's going to rewrite it. We can add a weakness section, of course. Yeah, you could if you want it. That's the thing about the AI. is that you could make it add a bunch of stuff that you probably don't want. But that's why we have created Viscosity AI, because you can prompt engineer everything and you can put it in the box. So you can't really go outside of the bounds. You can play with the prompt and try to tell it things that are not supposed to be here. At least in the ways that we have tested, we have enclosed it enough so it doesn't go out of that. So he's writing a conclusion, inspirational. You can see in conclusion, I'm a dedicated professional who is always ready to take on new challenges. And he's excited about the future, looking forward leveraging skills and experience to contribute to the success of my clients. So that's an amazing way to how he created this this for him. I'm gonna use this inspirational one in case anyone's gonna read it. And it's uploaded now. You can see that it's a pretty full profile now, and it's a very fun thing to play with when you're creating it. So it's less boring to apply now to this company, which is this guys went live to 1,200 schools, and we're moving out of another regional soon, San Antonio. So it's you're gonna start seeing everywhere. So what else I could show you here? There's more stuff here. Like you can start searching for applications, but let me go to the side of the recruiter, because we have some additional AI in there. It's also on more on the LLM side, but we have enclosed it enough so we can show a lot of stuff, and add more intelligence into it without having to write a lot. So I want to create a new position now. Let's say there's a question mark. Are there other applications for this framework? It's an infinite question. Like the applications are limitless. Just to show you a little bit, I can't really talk about all these apps, but these are all demos that we've done. I may have to show you. I can show you just a little peek of everything but we have tons of applications. We have created this we're integrated with EBS. We've integrated with Fusion, and we gave it to the account, specifically on the accounts payables. We have created an automation when you receive invoices. It connects them to a purchase order. It connects them to pays, and it goes through the entire process and life cycle of an invoice. So there are companies that are using this in production now that used to take 8 months to reconciliate an invoice and pay it. Now they can take less than 30 days to finalize the whole thing, because of the AI that we've put in place, like using the same engine, the Viscosity AI. And that was a huge thing for this company that we did this on. And we've done it also for contracts, like people who want to lease land. You know how everyone is trying to extract lithium now, because it's easier to extract lithium than to extract oil or gases, natural gas. There's less regulation, so you can just lease a land. So we created a map, and we processed all the contracts for the leasing, and we highlight what's about to expire, so you can be on the look and just grab land as soon as you can. And that has accelerated the process of them having to go over thousands of documents trying to find the one that is going to be available, the next land that you can take. So that's also in production. That's amazing. That's a huge company that we did that on. That's another application, and there's thousands of applications for this. This is an amazing thing. So the position, I want to do something for Marco. He said that he had data warehouse experience. So I'm going to create a position that is, how would you call a data warehouse expert? Let's do, isn't an engineer. Let's do a data warehouse engineer. Let's see what it does. The recruiter is going to be me. Organization, we're going to hire it for Viscosity in Plano. We need a software category, software development, or this is more of a DevOps, right? Subcategory DevOps engineer, sure. That doesn't really matter. And here you can add some skills that you want. You want maybe that he knows that he knows machine learning, because I saw that he had some AI there, and OCI, of course. Let's see the Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. We added those to, we can probably give it a certificate that he has a master in, we can do it in computer science. And yes, we can go here and add more details, but I think this is enough. And I'm going to do help me write this and generate. And right now it's immediately creating the job title. It's saying data warehouse engineer, location Plano. The job description says that we're currently seeking a highly skilled, motivated data warehouse engineer to join our team in Plano. The ideal candidate will have a strong background in machine learning and Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. He's mentioning the stuff that we added as a skill or certification with a master's degree in computer science. It's creating all the responsibilities. This may sound like a responsibility that you would take on, Marco. You can tell me if it doesn't make sense or if it does, but he's going to validate for us. Ensuring data security and compliance, troubleshooting and resolving issues related to data warehouse systems, stay updated with the latest industry trends, advanced in data warehouse and machine learning. So qualifications is asking for a master's degree in computer science. So it took into consideration the thing that I did that's probably not needed for a data warehouse engineer, but I said that I wanted it. So it included it here. Or a related field. Proven experience as a data warehouse engineer or similar role. He says, sounds good. So it's validated. Thank you, Marco. Proficiency in machine learning and Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, strong analytical problem solving skills, excellent communication, ability to manage multiple tasks and projects simultaneously. I never said anything about that. It's just Viscosity AI has taken a good amount of prompt engineering to guide the AI to create this for us and include everything on the skills and everything that is showing up in here. As you can see, that we've managed to create something out of just the title and a couple of skills and certifications. It says this is an excellent opportunity to join dynamic team and make a significant impact out of data management strategies. If you're a dedicated professional with required skills and qualifications, we would love to hear from you. Apply today. Okay, so we can use this. We're going to save it. And of course, we can change that. I want to make it inspirational, make more detail, simplify it. I want to make it friendly. So Marco can apply, and he reads it and he says, okay, this company seems friendly. Says, we're excited to announce a fantastic opportunity for a passionate and skilled data warehouse to join our dynamic team. And you can see that it's all friendly now. It rewrote it in a way that we have all this prompts. But you can also send a prompt here yourself, like I want to make it, let's try to add something. I've never tried this before. Can you add set of we have responsibilities, skills and qualifications. Can you add that he needs to relocate to Plano? Oops. Generate. Location. It now it's making a more direct specification location on Plano. And so it based the location here, like it's in Plano. There's no way you can apply if you're not relocated here. Please note that this position requires relocation to Plano, Texas, if not already residing in the area. We offer a comprehensive relocation package to successful candidates. And then it continues with the rest. So as you can see, it has all that good stuff that AI has been giving us with the rails that we've given it with Viscosity AI. We have enclosed it good enough, at least good enough to not go outside what we may want to harm our company or anything. We can just use this. I like it, and I'm gonna update it and save it, and I want to publish it today, right now, and I want to be closed tomorrow, so people will only have 24 hours to publish, to apply for this position. Now the position is showing as active. You will see here the details of it, and if we go, if we go to the applicant side of things, I also got an email that your job posting is live, as you can see here. It even has confetti here. That the job posting is live. It's saying that, hey, your job posting has been published. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. All this is generated from the application. They didn't even have to do anything. And you can add more details. You can add like salary and stuff. You can add it there. Now let's find a job, right? In DevOps engineer should show up in here somewhere. What was it? Data warehouse. Data warehouse engineer. Look at that. In the search, it found something, but this is the best match. We're using vectorized search too. That's another part of AI that we used. In the year that we made this, Oracle hadn't released anything on vectorized data inside their database yet. And even now, apparently it's not yet working for autonomous. I might be wrong. Maybe they may have already fixed it, but we haven't integrated it yet into our database because we're on autonomous and it needed some permissions. We opened a ticket and we haven't been able to move over and use the vectorized data on their end, but we vectorize it outside. And once we have the vector search, we can do some stuff like this. So it'll do the vector search as well. And you can see the position that you're interested in. You can bookmark it for later, apply. This is the description that you can see here. And then it has information on the organization, location, published on, salary. It didn't add a salary because I didn't add it. I didn't specify anything. So the AI is not assuming stuff either. So it's not going to create a stuff that is not out of the ordinary or is very specific, or it might be problematic if it generates stuff like that. So you have to include it. So I have a question. Marcus says, do you have this application available for examining? It looks really cool. I would love to give you a demo. Maybe if you have my email, you guys, you can contact and we can probably have a demo. This specific one is not there, but we have other demos that we're using where we're using this technology. We know we have Shane, which is specific for database. And we can, of course, I can send you those examples. It's not this one specifically, but the Shane AI will do some stuff for documents as well. And it's trained to, it's like your companion for database. And of course, he can apply to the position. And we also have some matching that I don't have on this demo, but it's released on their production environment that it matches from 1 to 10. So it gives you a qualification if you apply, or it even finds people that have uploaded their profile And when you create the position, it'll bring you up like, hey, this person is a perfect match for this position. You should offer it to him. So you as a recruiter, you can do that. And you can, of course, also search for your positions, and it'll say the likelihood of getting hired. It'll give you a number from 1 to 10, or how, or a level. I think they changed it to 4, like this is a good candidate or this is a perfect candidate. And you can start your interviews there from the top. So it's an easier interviewing process. And of course you can fix your, if you think you're perfect for this, you can keep tuning your resume here so you can be a better match for a position you want. By applying to this job, you're allowing us to contact you for reference and verify your personal information. Do you wish to proceed? Yes. I think you're supposed to sign it. Agreement, consent. You want to hide your application. This was a specific for them. Like they don't want the school to find that you're looking for another job. You're trying to leave the current school that you're at, so you can probably hide it. We're not going to do that. We're going to do agreement and consent. I'm going to sign with my name because I can't sign on Marcus' name. And yes, agree to the above. And I'm going to submit it. And here's the application information. You will see, you can even view the application that you have here. And on my personal email now as an applicant, I got my email that thank you for applying and view my application, all that good stuff, right? If I go now to the job posting again and go to, to the recruiter side, I see I want to find data warehouse. And we have one applicant. And of course, you can view the application, you can download the application, because sometimes you have to, it'll require you to have some sort of form like this one to be filled out to apply. This is if it is a government specifically, we fill out the form for you automatically. So you can see that all the information is here, and the work experience has been filled out, all the education certifications. So you don't have to fill out another boring form, right? You've done it once, and you sign the application form that you're allowing to contact. You signed that. You can sign the agreement consent. It's signed, digitally signed, and it includes the resume at the end. So it's doing all that for you. It's saving a lot of time. So this is a really cool stuff that we did as well. We did this with AOP. Right now, there's the new document generator for Oracle, which I'm very excited to start using, start testing. So how we did this technically, let me continue presentation here. Swap. And then I want to maybe go to the technical architecture, the AI models, OCR tools, and everything that we did step by step. The OCR in action. This is we're reducing hiring biases, helping bias in recruitment, ensuring fair and equitable selection process, and we're enhancing the recruitment efficiency, saving time, improving quality of hires, all that good stuff, right? But what I want to show you now is how we did it, right? Because it's that's what you're here for, to see the technical. How do I go to this slide? Control F5? No. Animation. From current slide. No, I don't want to record it. Now let me just pick it up from here. All right, so what you've seen is you had a document, right? This was a handwritten document or any document that is not in digital form. It was pretty much a picture of it. We ran it through Viscosity AI, and we came up with an Apex app. We put it in Apex, and it comes all your information there, and then all that app that I showed you, right? But what you care is in here, right? It's inside here. So what we did here is, if we zoom in a little bit, talking about the technical details of it, because this is like a black box for us, even as developers. If I show you the code on the app, you will see that it's all, I'm just calling wrappers and webhooks. So I don't have visibility over what's inside Viscosity AI, but I can show you what we did exactly. So we received a document, and once Viscosity AI has a document, it'll go to an OCR tool. I told you at the beginning, that's the first OCR. There's a general OCR, right? The generic one. And that's going to come up with a document in a JSON format with the text, but digital. And I can probably show you an example on that. I'm going to run document AI, which is another example, another app that we made. So we have an invoice here. You can see the invoice, and this is a whole different app, a whole different application that we do. This, you get insights on a document. So you can upload a 1,000-page document, and it'll write a summary for you. It'll have activity, comments, and chat, and you can write insights or ask for insights, or ask for information about the document, and the AI is going to respond. But that's a demo for another day. But what I want to show you is the JSON format that is finding. So once it's being processed through OCR, you can see that this is a picture, it's a PDF. And on the left side, you will see that this is the JSON format that I got. You see that this is the text when it's coming back. So it'll find build to that this is one single thing, and it has an address, contact email, contact phone. And this is the pure text that is reading from the document, but already equipped with the specific tool that we did. So it'll come back in this format, but just the raw text, right? So going back to my drawing, this is raw, like raw JSON. So then we go to an LLM, like OpenAI. Could be OpenAI, it could be ours, it could be, it depends on the one that's working the best. And we sometimes go to several because of the timing that it takes to come back. And we ask, what is this? So OpenAI or whatever LLM that we're using, ChatGPT could be, or we use also, I'm blanking on the name of the other one, Suno. No, so that's for songs. I'll let you know. I'm paying for that subscription and I don't remember. So it's going to tell you what it is. So it's going to be an invoice. So it tells you this is an invoice. And then we're going to go back to another OCR, but this time it's on a specific OCR that is just for invoices, right? Then we're going to get this. Like it's going to make it into invoice number, items, payment instructions, ship to, amount, and all that good stuff that it may not be listed in here, but it's going to catalog it as an invoice. With the structure, we can recognize and then we can process. So once it comes back, then it goes, we get the JSON, specific JSON. And this, we put it into a query and we send it out to Apex. So this is essentially what we do inside the Viscosity AI. And this is the technology that we have created. Of course, there are other stuff. This is just for the documents. The stuff for the prompt engineering does another set of things. But this is specific just to processing a document, and we're cataloging it, we're extracting the raw JSON, asking what it is, recognizing it, then cataloging it. If it is something else like a resume, it'll go to another OCR that is better on resumes. And if it is a contract, it'll go to a legal OCR that is just for contracts. And that's the technology behind it. Do you guys have any questions? This is an amazing tool. I'm in love with it. We work with it every day, and we keep improving it. We have a lot of engineers working day and night on this one, just trying to make it better, try to tune it for customers, and of course we can deploy it into your own server. We just, instead of using open services, we would use our own. We have our own Viscosity LLM that can run, but it's just like an open source version that can, it's a much smaller version of OpenAI that can live inside of your infrastructure. So let's open it up for questions. If you want to see something else, if you want to play around more with the with the AI, we have 7 minutes.
Last call for questions. All right, well, if no other questions, or if you guys are thinking more about anything you could ask Marco, I'll just reiterate that this was a recorded webinar, so you will have access to it through NYOUG.org or again at aurapub.com. And if you need to get in touch with Marco, let me know, and I'm happy to get you guys synced up. I don't see any other questions, so Marco, thank you so much for presenting for us today.
There's someone raising their hand. Rajiv. By the way, I just hired you, Marco. Congratulations. There's I don't know, can you enable microphones or do you have to type it in the chat?
So I'm trying to
allowed to talk. It's letting me do it.
Oh, good.
Go ahead.
Unmute. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, hi. My question was that there is in Apex there is a Gen AI for application development, and I don't know if you've used that, but I've tried using it, but it seems to be fairly limited.
Yeah, right now, sadly, it is very new. We have a conference just on Gen AI, but yes, you can go to Gen AI and then create your own here. You can put in the OpenAI, and then add your credentials. You can choose your engine, the headers, and
Yeah, I
with that
use
you connect.
Cohere, and I don't know if that's a good one, or maybe it's because I didn't use OpenAI. I'm not sure.
You can use either whatever service you are using, you can, and then you can just go to an assistant and start talking to it. But yes, you're right. It's for us, it doesn't work in autonomous yet. But I know Craig Schallhammer, he's gonna do a webinar just on Apex Assistant. He's been able to connect it there. He's gonna be the guy to answer that question for you. I'm still playing with it. I am submitting stuff for conferences for this one. But I haven't been able to play with it. And when I've been able to play with it, I find that it doesn't really have access to the objects entirely. So it doesn't really help me if it is living the database and it doesn't read the objects. So it's kind of a beta testing right now. But I know it's they're upgrading it, they're working on it, and it's going to be awesome once it's fully released.
I have another question.
Go ahead.
You said you were connecting to EBS, right? I mean,
Yes.
is that integration that you guys did yourselves, or were you using some other third party like Insum or somebody?
No, in some they're awesome. Though they would be our competitors. But we created our own connection to EBS. What you do is you create a schema and you
Yeah.
give permissions to the objects to EBS, and you can expose that schema. You have to install ORDS, and you expose it through the RESTful services, and then you can enable some sync for EBS. We have another conference on how to do that. We integrate it with Fusion. With Fusion is much easier because it's already exposed with RDS, but and it has the APIs that you can create. But with EBS, a little bit more tricky at the beginning. You just have to expose the schemas and then create your own APIs. And if you know that the EBS database, once it's exposed, is just creating packages and then consuming it through RESTful services. Pretty simple stuff.
Okay. Thank you. I think that's all I have for now.
Absolutely. Thank you for the questions. I see another question, the Q&A. Oh no, this have been answered. Answer live. Okay. I don't have anything else, unless you guys have any more questions. I'm gonna give it back to Monica.
All right. Thank you, Marco. And great questions, y'all. Coleman, Rob, thank you guys again for a great co-hosted webinar. Everyone else, please sign up for our next webinar. We'll get a bunch of new things scheduled for you guys. Hopefully we'll have Marco back again. Maybe he can test out some of his future case scope sessions with us. Maybe we can get him to do a Hear It First here at NYOUG and Viscosity. We love having Marco present for us. Again, if you guys ever have any recommendations or topics that you don't see out there and you want to hear more about, let us know. Speakers like Marco are always interested to hear back from users like you about what kind of topics really resonate with you guys. So we would love to hear from you guys. But yeah, thank you guys so much for attending today. Rob, Coleman, any last words for us?
No, thanks again. And the webinars will be up on NYOEG website as well as Viscosity. And we look forward to future webinars with participants such as yourselves.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. I hope everyone has a great day, and we'll see you guys here again. Thanks again, Marco.
Thank you, Marco. Bye now.